And now back to Focus on Diversity with Troy Shaw.
And welcome back to the only program in southeastern Wisconsin that talks about diversity and race in a candid fashion, yet respectful. Welcome back. Let's get back into our next topic. Meeting with gay activist, Grey's Anatomy star Isaiah Washington, who is under fire for using a gay slur about a co-star, met with gay activists who had said that he agreed to help educate the public about the cruelty of such language. Washington also said that he is going to rehab to help himself overcome his negative feelings towards homosexuals. Rich, what's your thought on this?
Well, first, I'm tired of the Hollywood mea culpa. The Hollywood mea culpa is simply, I can say anything I want, and as long as I go into rehab afterwards, then it wasn't my fault. Obviously, I had a problem. I'm the victim, and everybody should feel sorry for me because whether it's Mel Gibson or Washington, whoever it is, I'll just go into rehab, and then everybody will feel sorry for me. And when I come out, I'm born again. It's like being a born-again Christian. I emerge, and now I'm clean, and it's all over. I'm tired of this, okay? You know, when somebody does something like this, they've stepped over the lines, they've done something wrong, they should certainly apologize for it, and they should take whatever the appropriate punishment is for it.
No rehab? No rehab?
Well,
does he need rehab?
Does he need rehab? Okay.
What do you think, Timothy? Does he need rehab?
I'm wondering what the rehab would be. I mean,
well, what are you
going to go in a room of gay men and hug them all? And imagine the images of rehab for someone who has negative feelings.
I don't want to imagine the images of rehab.
You know, with Cher and Chastity Bono right now somewhere in his living room.
Rehab.
My point is right now, Chris. Right now, a lot of our American stars are rehabbing for absolutely everything. Now we sit back and we created a stigma to a degree where if you say something wrong, the freedom of speech, you have to go through rehab to correct your incorrect thoughts.
What is the Seinfeld star, Richardson? Did he go off to rehab because he said the N-word several times?
He probably should, but no, that's
well, he should, yes. You know, that's sensitivity.
But again, what was the rehab? Yeah. He went in for alcohol rehab or something. I mean,
well, yeah, that was alcohol.
He went on the Al Sharpton show. I think that was part of his rehab.
Oh, yeah. Jackson.
Yes,
boy, that'll make you avoid it if nothing else.
As a CEO, I know that I need to watch certain things that I say, because there might be certain comments that may be taken out of context, and yourselves and other individuals who need to worry about that. But yet, we are freedom of speech. You know, there are certain words and certain statements that you will make that, yes, will get inflammatory towards anybody in any race and any. But we are freedom of speech. That is one of the things that makes us a great country. I can make a comment in regards to such and such being the greatest football team in the world, and I won't say that because they are the Chicago Bears. But
Chris,
you know,
are we free to make hate speech?
See, and that's the question. That's the question.
That is not tolerable as a human being. Not freedom of speech. That is intolerable to me as a human being. We should not be allowed to have that type of an aspect.
So Isaiah Washington making that particular comment at that particular time to an individual who is gay was over the line.
I would prefer, if that's the way he feels, let him say it.
Openly out like that?
Absolutely.
Let him say it openly
I would prefer it.
And receive the repercussions
of it. Yes.
Absolutely. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I would rather know that you hate my guts, so that I'm not hanging around you in some dark alley, than not know it.
What's the comment? Be a man. Say it to my face.
Yes,
if you don't like me or you don't like something about me, be a man and say it to me.
What I'm really frustrated is this Hollywood and the political scene, all are spin doctors get in there and they fix everything and they make it sound like, oh, it was, you know, mea culpa. What was going on the inside of this human being, we'll never know, because now they've got their handlers fixing it.
Richard, I got the last comment on this.
No, I agree. I really don't have any more comments.
Well, from that, we're going to move directly to our closing comments. I should say, after these messages, we'll move directly to our closing comments. Stay with Focus on Diversity. We'll be right back. Travel accommodations provided by Midwest Airlines, the official airline for Focus on Diversity.
Hi, I'm Andy Schlesinger, president of Andrew Chevrolet. It's been said that word of mouth is the best form of advertising. With that in mind, I invite you to listen to what our customers have to say.
Andrews has always had a large selections of many types of vehicles.
Andrew is the only dealership for me.
We've bought 2 cars for our daughter here in the past, and when it's time to purchase her own car, Andrew will be the only dealer for her too.
Andrew Chevrolet, 15th and Silver Spring, where customer service is not a department, but our passion.
And now, Focus on Diversity closing comments.
Recently, there was a study that showed that African Americans in the prison system are living longer than those outside the prison population. I think that suggests that several things should be looked at in terms of what services are being provided to African Americans and what is the dynamic or the challenges that African Americans face that are not a part of the prison system. More services should be delivered to the African American community, which would include higher education, social welfare programs, including health care, and that might improve the standard of living for African Americans that are not behind bars.
Recently, Hugo Chavez stood at the United Nations and called the President of the United States evil, said that the United States was hell, and yet we at the United States purchase his fuel, work with him, and have worked with his country in regards to purchasing oil and other products. His legislature has given him full power to do pretty much anything carte blanche down there recently, and has pretty much made him a dictator. The United States has helped their country in the past. It comes to a point where the United States is willing to assist countries, or is willing to assist, such as in the war, but yet individuals then chastise in regards to who the free elections bring into power. Who can the United States bring into power for a country that will help the U.S.? I think that type of a policy is wrong. The people of that country should be able to pick their leaders once it is a free election. Just because we don't like the individual doesn't mean that they are somebody that we need to fight and battle with in the United States. Maybe we should look internally in regards to some of the people that we elect.
I'm personally getting tired of these Hollywood and sports figures who make offensive racial comments or other comments and then simply claim that it had something to do with a drug problem or an alcohol problem. And then they check into the rehab of the week and emerge, they go through some kind of soul cleansing car wash. They emerge the other end and declare themselves now that they're no longer a bigot, that they've been cured. I think we need to start holding these people responsible. If they're going to be role models for our children, and if they're going to be people that we pay a lot of money to see and major symbols in our community, we need to hold them responsible for what they do and say and stop letting them off the hook.
My comments are on the documentary. What you just saw was absolutely powerful. And before my audience who are watching ask the question, well, where are their parents? Why aren't they trying to instill some true pride within their kids? You have to look beyond that question and ask yourself, well, why are the parents perhaps maybe feeling that way? This is societal, people. The only way that we're going to fix something like this is by first admitting that we have a problem and an issue with race in the United States. The fact of the matter is that many African American people and perhaps maybe other people of color don't feel good about themselves. Well, what can we do to the solution? Offer opportunity. I'm not saying take them on and put them under their wing or whatever. Offer them the opportunity to succeed in life. And in doing that, maybe we can change these children believing that they aren't worth anything and believing that they could be something and somebody. That's indeed my note to you. I'd like to thank again all of my guests for being on the program here today. Join us next time as we investigate diversity all over the world and in this community as well. That's next time on Focus on Diversity. God bless you, and you have a great day.